This is the grip case from Savage Raven, and I absolutely love this thing. I have a lot to say about it that I like, a couple things that I don't, but overall, this thing is absolutely killer. What's up, guys? My name is Uncle Jeep. Thanks for coming into the channel today. If you're new here, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe in this video. I'd very much appreciate it. And let's get right into this grip here. This is the grip case from Savage Raven. I have a ton to say about this thing, but let's switch the angle over to the bottom camera so you can get a better look at this thing. So you can see this has a really interesting colorway, as well as there's a skin on top of this switch too, so it makes it a little bit different. This is going to be clear. It's going to show the black switch behind here, not this colorful design. Just want to quick note that. But also, this is the Tetris edition. We're going to focus on the grip itself and not the color. I have a whole video on the Tetris edition Neo grip. If you want to check that video, I'll link it down in the description. But the Tetris edition is really cool. Of course, it does come in a black as well. But we're just going to talk about the functionality of this case, not the colorway. Let's dive into this thing. So this guy is going to be a one-piece grip. So meaning it doesn't have the functionality like the Fission grip down below. That has the ability to take off the Joy-Con off the side. So if you're somebody who doesn't really need that functionality, but you love the fact that Savage Raven offers these removable style grips in the back that you're also able to change the sizing as well, this is going to be the one to look at. This actually is better than the Neo grip. In fact, if you're somebody looking at the Neo grip, I would actually look to this guy. This guy is basically a Neo grip, but better. You can see it actually has some DNA of the Neo grip. This is basically just a Neo grip, but they've added this like middle section in here that just kind of covers and protects the switch. This version, of course, has the blue hint to it, but if you're getting the black one, it's kind of like a transparent smoky one with black border. But yeah, this thing is awesome. I really like it's so solid. If you just came over from my Fission grip review, you'll know that I was complaining about the fact that this thing wiggles around a lot. From like 3 different points of contact it wiggles. This thing wiggles nowhere. In fact, it doesn't even wiggle from the Joy-Con piece. They've somehow made the tolerances on this one even better. It's so firm. It's so hard to get on and off in a good way. Like it's super firm. These are really easy. Really loose, where these are super firm, so it doesn't wiggle from even that point of contact. It wiggles from just about nowhere. It wiggles a little bit from like top to bottom here, that's where it clips onto your switch. But besides that, it's hardly noticeable. It's hardly noticeable in reality. When you're holding this thing just playing, it is super solid. It leaves the headphone jack open. It covers the buttons. Of course, the vents are open. All your microphone is open as well. The game card slot is easily accessible. The bottom is all open. So this thing is fully dockable as well. No issues getting in and out of the dock. A little bit snug. I guess it depends on your unit, whether that's more snug or less snug. But mine, it's a little snug, but perfect to go in. There's no issues. And again, you can see I have this skin on mine. This actually is my fiance's switch. She's been using this exclusively, which I'm a little jealous of because I really like the way this thing looks and feels. But she's using it. I'm not going to take this off her switch. She loves this thing. I love it as well. I was using, again, if you coming over from this other video, the Savage Raven Fission grip. I've since switched back to my Satisfy grip. This wasn't for me, but this one kind of fixes every complaint I had from the Fission grip. If you want to watch that video as well from the Fission grip, if you haven't seen the Fission grip video, I'll link it down below in the description as well at the end of this video. So going off of that Fission grip video, something that this one does is remove access to the kickstand. I'm not a fan of that. I think they could have left this open so you can get access to your kickstand with also protecting the back. I can see why they did it, because it does kind of encase and embody this thing a little better, having this all one solid piece instead of having just a slit open for the kickstand. But I still prefer the kickstand to be accessible, because now there's really no way to properly stand this thing up. Of course, you can stand it up like this. It does work, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend it as it's a little bit flimsy. So it kind of removes tabletop unless you have a tabletop stand to have this thing on. That's like my biggest complaint though. Everything else about this thing is perfect. It's so good, in fact, that it rivals my love of the Satisfy grip. Now, I'm not going to run out and buy a second one of these, to replace my Satisfy grip. I have enough of these things already in my house. I don't need more junk. It's not junk. I really like this stuff. But I'll tell you what, guys, if you want some added functionality of removable size grips, as well as having a really nice dockable case that protects your switch, I mean, this is better than the Satisfy in a lot of different ways. Now, Satisfy has it on ergonomics, but the fact that you can change the ergonomics of this thing, I mean, Satisfy's can't do that. You can change the ergonomics on this thing. If you don't like the way the trigger grips feel, you can slap on the little small ones and make it a slim case, or you can slap on the big bulbous ones to add more grip to it. In fact, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it comes with these. Now, not with the Walmart signature selects bag, but it does come with a couple different size grips. You can see, oh god, they're so slippery. It'll come with these bulbous style grips. As you can see, they're just, it's kind of rounded off instead of having that trigger style grip that this one has. You can see right here, it has that, like, you know, tapered edge where the trigger style grip kind of allows your finger to rest on top of it. This bulbous one is a little bit bigger, more rounded off. So you can change it to that or the trigger grip, or you can change it to this little small guy. This is the one it comes with in this Tetris style thing. It's a transparent smoky black one. I don't love the way this looks on here. I prefer the colors, but again, I'm not reviewing the color of this one today. We're just talking about the functionality. It does come in black, but this Tetris style grip, you know, it's really cool that you can change the size and functionality of this thing. That's something that I don't think any other ones on the market, maybe Play Vital, but I've never tried that one, can say. You could change the ergonomics. You can change the way it feels. You can change the color if you buy a different version. You know, Jsaux & Co. has been really cool in the past generations, as well as this one, of making different colorways. There's already new colorway that match these stick caps. And by the way, guys, you can see here on the Switch 2, I have these purple stick caps. These are also come from Savage Raven. This does not come in the kit, but are highly recommended by me. Of course, I have a bunch of these at my disposal. I just love these things so much. With my code Uncle Jeeb, you can save 10% on not only the stick caps, but you can save it on all Savage Raven's products on their website. Just use my link down below and use code Uncle Jeeb at checkout. Not sponsored. I just love this stuff so much. I do get a kickback if you use my code, so thank you very much for doing that. But I love this grip so much. This thing just blows my expectations out of the water. I was like, this one's not for me. I don't really like this thing. I'd rather just go with the Neo Grip. But this thing beats the Neo Grip in my opinion in just about every way, except for the kickstand functionality, like I said. And it beats this Fission grip in just about every way. I don't think the Fission grip does anything better to me that this one doesn't already do. Of course, with the exception that the Fission grip does remove. If you missed that video, again, link in the description. But yeah, this is perfect. This is damn near perfect, I should say. Not perfect, but damn near perfect. Let's talk about price for a moment. So you can get this thing for $30 on their website. You can save 10% of my code to get a little bit off. But yeah, this thing is well worth the price. It undercuts the Fission grip by a couple dollars, literally. And you can get it with the bundle of this case, which I'll link down below as well. The Max Carry Case. I love this thing. You can get the bundle with the grip case and the Max Carry Case for $50 on their website as well. I'm really glad that they released this case next to this Fission grip, because this Fission grip was a bit of a disappointment to me, where this grip case blew my expectations out of the water. In fact, this is the one I prefer now from Savage Raven. This is my go-to Savage Raven recommended grip. I love this thing. It was very similar to the stand grip. I reviewed that one early on the channel last year. If you remember that grip, it didn't have removable grips. It was just a flawed case that was nice and cheap, about half the price of this one. But the fact that you can add and remove and change the sizes of these grips right here, this is the pinnacle of Savage Raven grips. I love this thing. Of course, they can make some changes to the Fission grip and make it even better at some tolerances, kind of fix it up a little bit for the manufacturing. But this grip case is my favorite so far. Savage Raven, again, kudos to you. You did great things with this grip case. So yeah, if you missed the Fission grip review, that one's gonna be linked at the end of this video. They kind of go hand in hand. I talk about this one and then kind of nicely blend it into this video about the grip case. So I'll link that at the end. Make sure to check that out. If you want to subscribe and like the video, I'd appreciate that as well. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Please leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next one.